Alright everybody, welcome on back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a fan favorite here in Black Ops 6 Zombies, the ASG. During the launch of Black Ops 6 Zombies, this was actually one of my favorite guns in the game just because of its sheer ease of use. In fact, still to this day, I would actually recommend any new players to Black Ops 6 Zombies this to be one of the very first weapons that you try out. Well, I ended up jumping into a match of Shattered Veil today. We went up to round 30 and then we jumped into the Z-Rex boss fight. While I will fully admit up front that this is probably not the best weapon to bring into the boss fight, I was actually still really surprised with it. We're gonna go over all of that and more. If you guys are into zombies content, do me a huge favor, rock the hell out of that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, guys. We're on the road to 28,000 subscribers and we're almost there. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the support, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys are looking to unlock any of those mastery camos here in Black Ops 6 and you just don't have the time to grind these things out, and I'm talking about Abyss, Nebula, and Dark Matter, then be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They offer the most reliable services in Call of Duty, including bot lobbies, camo unlocks, or pre-made accounts. So if you are someone that just doesn't have time to game all day and you want to unlock these things, then be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. For a little bit of security, they got thousands of great reviews on Trustpilot, so be sure to head on over to the site and check out any of the deals that they got going on, and be sure to use code RealG for a limited time only. This shotgun, guys, is honestly still amazing here in Season 3. Now, with all the new weapons that we've gotten and all the balance changes that we've seen throughout the seasons, it's kind of hard to say if this gun is still within the top best weapons in the game. I do also think it's very subjective, and it really depends on who you talk to. Now, there's going to be some people out there that are going to prefer damage over everything, and they don't really care if it's impacting their movement, their handling, or anything else. They're just caring about the damage, and that's it. The great thing about the ASG is that it does have pretty decent movement, maintaining good damage, and the really cool thing about it is you really don't even have to aim with this shotgun. This gun really is just a hip fire machine. With the ability to put the Dragon's Breath rounds on it, it just makes it even so much better. Once you slap on a different ammo mod on there, you can be doing two different elemental types of damage at once, and it's just so good. This also makes it really good for the Terminus boss fight, because not only do you have the Napalm Burst on there, which it's weak to during one of its phases, but you can slap on the Dead Wire, which it's also weak to, make those first two phases really easy. Now, just the other day, I ended up making a run here in Shattered Veil, and I was using the AMR mod 4. I wanted to use it up against the Z-Rex, and I will tell you guys, if you're looking for a gun to just do some crazy damage up against the Z-Rex, that is definitely the weapon you're going to want to use. But I did end up noticing something. I really didn't want to use the sniper rifle throughout completing the Easter egg until I ended up getting to the boss fight. I actually ended up relying on the Mark II way more often than I was using the sniper rifle, just because it wasn't taking out the hordes of zombies and taking care of the Elder Disciples and stuff as quickly as I'd wanted. Plus, just spamming that trigger after a while kind of gets annoying. Even though you do have a little bit of better movement once you get that sniper rifle pack punched, you are still a little bit weighed down compared to other weapons. Now, when I ran through the Easter egg today with the ASG shotgun, man, I used the shotgun almost through the entirety of the Easter egg, and I really only used the Mark II when I had to during like the rituals and things like that. I found that my time getting through the Easter egg and just getting to the boss fight and completing everything was so much simpler and smoother when I was using the ASG. So that's kind of why I say these things are a little bit subjective, and it really just depends on what you're doing and who you ask. While I do find that the AMR mod 4 shotgun is probably going to be the better weapon to take into the boss fight, I think the ASG was just the better weapon to get through the map and get through the Easter egg in general. When I say AMR mod 4 shotgun, I meant AMR mod 4 sniper rifle. There's just so many names and weapons, and I get these things mixed up sometimes. Now, the damage with the ASG shotgun up against the Z-Rex is honestly a little bit weak. We're only doing just over 300 damage to non-critical areas, and then we were hitting him in the eyes, we're only doing 642. Definitely a little bit low, but with the ability to kind of spam the shotgun, I was actually kind of surprised at how fast we were able to get the health bar to kind of tick down. With the wide range of the ASG shot, it seemed like it was kind of easy to hit those critical areas whenever I got the chance to. Now, as you guys can see here, we are rocking the build with the crossbow attachment on, and unfortunately I did forget to bring the free fire gobblegum in here, but that's okay. We ended up doing this boss fight without using any gobblegums or score streaks, which I think is pretty cool. We did end up using the upgraded ray gun Mark II a little bit, but I did try to rely on the ASG as much as possible. Now, if you guys do have this attachment on, and you can actually rock it on almost any gun that you would like, if you do bring in free fire and an idolize, you can get through the first phase of this boss within seconds. Like, honestly, the crossbow attachment is a little bit broken, and I would recommend you guys try to use this before Treyarch decides to nerf it. Honestly, you never know. It kind of seems like they've been letting a lot of things in Black Ops 6 slide, because we've had a lot of things that are been in the game for a long time now that I'm really surprised that they haven't fixed. Like, we still have the AFK jet gun glitch over on Liberty Falls, which has been running now for months, and we might be getting a little bit closer to the end of the life cycle where they're just kind of letting overpowered things slide. At least I hope, because overpowered things are fun to use in zombies. I mean, let's be honest here. And yes, I do know it is kind of a hard fence to ride just because you don't want all of the challenge just completely sucked out of the game, but who doesn't like feeling like a god and just feeling like they're ultimately really powerful? I honestly think some of the most fun we end up having in these games comes from when things are just ultimately completely broken. Like even just thinking back to last year, some of my favorite moments during MWZ was when the flamethrower was just completely busted and you could kill like mega abominations in a split second. Walk up to the Stormcaller in the red zone and just instantly delete him. I remember me and my buddy actually had a contest to see who could kill the most mega abominations in a single match with the flamethrower. It's moments like that that really stick out to me. I think I'll always look back and remember killing the Z-Rex with the drill and ether shroud, coming in here with the crossbow here, or like the drill was just extremely broken when taking on the Guardian and Citadel. If I was a dev over at Treyarch, I could honestly completely understand this because it really does take the challenge completely out of the game, and there's a lot of people that are just going to come in here and abuse this just to get the Easter egg completed. I mean, now that we're at the end of the life cycle of the game, or at least getting closer to the end of the life cycle of the game, just let us have some fun with the stuff. Overall, guys, I really do gotta say, I think the ASG shotgun is still very good here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Somewhere along the way, the shotgun did end up seeing some sort of a nerf, because it doesn't quite 100% feel like it was hitting like it was all the way back at the very beginning. I don't think that the nerf was enough to deem the weapon useless or garbage or anything like that. In fact, I would still place the ASG amongst one of the top best weapons to use here in Black Ops 6 Zombies, especially for the newer players. The only thing that I would recommend is getting the weapon pack-a-punched as soon as possible, because before you do that, it really does feel very underwhelming. Once you get a couple packs on this shotgun, you got some good rarities going on it, this thing honestly is still amazing. If you do plan on going for a decent run, like let's say up to round 40 and going for an exfil, then this shotgun will definitely handle that. The more experienced players, you could probably even stretch this shotgun going up to round 50 or 60. Unfortunately, like most guns in this game, you are going to start feeling that damage drop off pretty heavily once you hit round 40. If you guys are playing Shattered Veil, probably not the best weapon to take into the Z-Rex boss fight, but as you guys can see here, I mean, still perfectly, completely doable. I actually think it does make a pretty good pair up with the ray gun Mark II. Like if you wanted to, you could actually be doing a bunch of damage with the ray gun against the Z-Rex and then using the ASG to kind of clear out the zombies. Another tip that I ended up learning today, and shout out to Mr. $JD for this one. During the third phase of the Z-Rex boss fight, he's going to become incredibly aggressive and he's going to be headbutting you. Most of the time he goes for the headbutt while you're trying to run away from him. So if you use the turtle shell augment for Jug, that actually will mitigate all damage that you're taking from the back. That way he can just be pushing you around the arena and you won't be taking any damage at all unless you slide into one of those toxic puddles. That's going to be about it, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. The loadout's going to be up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to go ahead and check it out. Like I had mentioned before, I think the ASG shotgun is still great here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's definitely worth a go here in Season 3. While it may not be the best weapon to take up against most of the bosses, that it's just a great comfort weapon. It's really easy to use. Not only is it a great beginner's weapon, but I also think it's just a really good weapon to jump into zombies and turn your brain off. And I don't know about you guys, but that's one of my favorite parts about zombies, is that I can just turn on a podcast or some music or something and just start slaying out. If you guys did make it this far into the video, I greatly do appreciate you. Drop a huge like on it if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.